This is Kathy Beal of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of May 18th, 2020. The situation in my neighborhood perfectly sums up this week. In a nutshell, it's a mostly beautiful day, except clouds are starting to come in. The weather is more inviting. The temperature is more inviting than it has been. And there's noise from activity in every direction. Directly opposite me, someone is hammering. To the left of me, someone's using a chainsaw. Beside me, someone's got a lawnmower going. I don't know how much of this is going to bleed over into what you actually hear. And I'm not going to wait because I can't, and we can't. There will be lots of static, lots of surface noise, lots of stuff coming at you all week long. We're moving officially into Gemini season. The sun moves into the Chatterbox Cafe on the 20th. And when it does that, it joins retrograde Venus and Mercury in his home sign. So the cosmic messenger and the ruler of our values and our social interactions, all three in Gemini during a time when many people are still living under stay-at-home orders or suggestions, working from home, keeping their distance from people, and yet something in our nature is screaming, screaming, screaming for contact, for interaction. In some way, we're all out and about. We're somehow making our presence known in the world. We're not hiding. We're not making ourselves small. And we're sure as you know what, not being quiet. We are under the influence of multiple retrogrades right now, 3 outer planets and also Venus. This is a time for incredible introspection. Still. And it also brings many, many, many opportunities to rethink things, get more information, pick up loose pieces, pick up dropped threads, go back to previous projects, particularly if they have to do with communication in some way, writing, what you know, people from the past. I have been receiving physical evidence in the mail of things that happened long, long, long ago from friends that I have known for decades. That's been kind of interesting. How's that been playing out in your own life? And I've also been observing that the Gemini activity has increased everybody's schedules. Anybody just sitting around at home, staring out the window, going to sleep on the couch, even if you're depressed, don't you have a packed and active schedule? I am noticing I'm going from 6:30 in the morning until almost midnight daily. Now, granted, some of this is interaction, some of this is socializing, but it's imperative. How is this playing out for you? As the sun moves into Gemini and whips up this gotta go here, gotta go there, short attention span theater, my God, we need lightness, let's dance, 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 at least our brains and our mouths. As that happens, there is a forceful but nuanced clash between the two guardians of love. Venus in Gemini, retrograde, ruling our social interactions and what we value and our attitudes about money. The ruler of love down here on Earth is squaring Neptune, the font of higher love, the Lord of compassion and forgiveness and the interconnectedness of all life. Both of these are great creative influences. And Neptune is also the source of illusion and glamour and what I call the cosmic fog machine. We could be romanticizing situations. We could be fantasizing. This could bring an increase in our creativity, an increase in journaling, in writing, in getting in touch with people and experiencing nostalgia. That is entirely possible with this. And our minds merge with whatever the impact of all of this is. with the Gemini new moon on the 22nd. Mercury and Venus are dancing together at that point. It's not gonna be quiet. Mercury is also squaring Neptune at that point. Nostalgia, running to the past, being wistful, an increase in deluding ourselves, an increase in a desire to escape whatever our current situation is, an increase in lies and misdirection, possibly in gaslighting. This could be individually as well as collectively. And yet there is some stabilizing in all of this. It's not just a bunch of random noise. The sun is in an easy flow with Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. We may be coming up with a sense of our own place in the new weird order of things. We might be assimilating our own coping mechanism with the way things are. We could be finding our footing in some way. The personal anecdote I have to illustrate that is when I was an early teen, I was dropped into a German language high school in Munich because of a shift in my father's work for a year. This was a profoundly difficult time in my life. It was the wrong age to be going through something like that. 13 is a really pivotal year in kids' development. I struggled and struggled and struggled and finally found people I could be friends with, finally found a level of comfort. And a month before we moved, I recall having the thought, okay, I can do this. I could do this for a lot longer if I had to. Settling into the situation, no longer fighting it, but figuring out how I fit into it and realizing, yes, I can do this. Look for your equivalent because it's there somewhere. Homing thought of the week, keep an open mind. Song of the week, Everybody's Talking at Me, sung by Harry Nilsson. It was a theme to Midnight Cowboy, but it was also a freestanding hit. And the image of the week is from roughly the same time, maybe a little earlier, and it's any of the many scenes involving Oddball in the movie Kelly's Heroes, one of the few Army-related films I actually enjoy. One of Oddball's many scenes talking about negative waves, and in particular, this quote, "Why don't you knock it off with them negative waves? Why don't you dig how beautiful it is out here? Why don't you say something righteous and hopeful for a change?" That and the lyrics to Everybody's Talking at Me encapsulate the entire week. I've got something free for you this week. I am giving a talk on reclaiming your energy, learning how to separate from other people's drama and actually enjoying some calm and grounding despite the current situation. It's at 3 Eastern Time on Tuesday, the 19th, and 6:30 Eastern Time on Wednesday, the 20th. Look for the link below to sign up. There will also be more information in my forecast for the Gemini new moon, which will be up by Wednesday or Thursday at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. There's lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Beal, and I'm really grateful to the people who are keeping these podcasts going by supporting my work there. I have lively discussions on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited and the group The Astro-Insight Lounge. All kinds of posts on Instagram at @KABeal, and I'm on YouTube at The Professional Aquarian Channel. Talk to you next week.